Hey guys, welcome back to Open It and Play. This is Mike, and today we're going to be looking at the Diamond Select Watcher figure. This figure came out quite a while back, but I just got mine recently. And if you don't know the Watchers, they are basically an almost immortal race of alien type creatures, but they have a pledge where they want to observe and keep track of everything that happens in the universe. Think of the observers in Mystery Science Theater, or maybe part of the Prime Directive in Star Trek. You don't want to interfere with the other races or other cultures situations. But anyways, I just accidentally looked up his skirt. But anyway, yeah, so this figure came out a while back, but I ordered mine off of the internet. And I'm going to try to open it now with you for the first time. The Diamond Select package is absolutely enormous, but this figure is actually pretty big too. So you can see some of the artwork in here. It's kind of cool looking, but I don't know if I can get it to focus very well because of the reflections. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Oh, we do get this little bit bob here. The little officially licensed product from Diamond Select Toys with kind of like a little advertisement for some of their other figures. So, okay. I do like Diamond Select figures for the big ones, but unfortunately, we don't have them anymore. So, sad story. But anyways, we're going to get this guy out of the package, and he's going to be a bit of a challenge because I didn't open this before. So first we've got his accessory. I think this is his only accessory. So we have like a little cratered moon base type stand, and his feet kind of fit into the impressions here, and yeah, onto the pegs too. But it's gonna go nice in our subway setup here. Okay, and then to get this guy out of the package, it looks like we have some rubber plasticky bits to cut off. I'll do that right now. Sorry if it takes a moment. 1, 2, and 3, and try not to cut my finger here. 4. So okay, now we got those out, but his cape is going to have a hard time coming through. And so what we'll do for that part, we're going to have to cut this plastic. I'll try to cut it on this side, because that seems like the more accessible side. Fold that down. You know what, I might have to cut it on both sides, because it is kind of in there stubbornly. Be careful not to damage the figure. That's kind of a challenge getting him out of there. I feel like I'm gonna scratch up that thing, so I'm just gonna go to town on this packaging. Try to get this out of here. And now he's kind of coming. Okay. Whew, that was a bit of a challenge. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So here he is. He's kind of a big fellow. Let's try to get a measurement on this figure real fast. Got the little itty bitty feet compared to his big old enormous head. But we'll see where he stands. But I do like the look of this figure. I like the like of this figure too, but no, I like the look of this figure. Get a measurement on his height here. So to the top of his noggin, he's standing at 8 1/4 inches, or about 21 centimeters. So 8 1/4, where did it go? There. right around here, if this will focus. So yeah, close to the 21 centimeter mark. Sorry, that's kind of blurry because there's tape on there, but all right. And yeah, he is a little, just a tiny bit taller to the top of his, what do we call this thing? It's basically like a big, I don't know what to call it. I have no idea actually. But anyways, he's basically dressed in a toga. You can see down here, unfortunately, we don't have any posability for this part, I don't think. Does his waist turn? Okay, his waist does turn, but it is kind of like a bit of an ugly cut, but it does go smooth. This is a rubbery texture, so it does slide past this plastic very easily. Okay, and this can move just a little bit when needed. Come on, it's not focusing, huh? Okay, this can move just a little bit when it's needed, but it moves independently of this for the most part. It is glued on here, but the back part is just down here, so kind of hidden or misleading the way it works. So, but yeah, as far as the aesthetic goes, I think this really captures the watcher's appearance, but he is going to be pretty limited in articulation. Geez, I thought this would be a ball joint, but it's actually just a swivel. So we can't get a whole lot of extra poses out of this guy. I'm tempted to try to customize that just because it's a little bit overly simple. We do have a little swivel at the wrist, or at the glove, so that's nice. Okay, and I'm gonna put this back here so I don't forget. Let's take a look at his articulation. So we are going to be hampered by this in some ways, I think, though it's not too bad overall. Okay, his arm will go up to here, and this does move out of the way, so basically not hampered. And he does have a swivel at the bicep too. Sorry, I forgot to start here, but yeah, just a swivel at the head. The shoulder joint similar to a Marvel Legends, and the bicep cut similar. He does have single jointed pinned joints at his elbow, so that part is an eyesore for some people. I don't think it's a big deal, but they did a pretty good job with the technology they were using. Okay, and then the swivel that we talked about before at the base of the glove, or the back of the glove, however you want to say it. And then he does have wrists that can hinge like that and like that. And this seems to be painted, but the paint is not chipping at all so far. Sometimes the Diamond Select things, the paint chips off when you first get it, when you first move it into its like new positions, you get a little bit of chippage, but this time I don't have any, so it's kind of surprising. But yeah, it looks like we can see from this joint here, sorry, if we can see in here, this appears to be kind of a clear plastic. So I don't know if that's different from what this uses, but anyways, it's functional. And beyond that, really, it's very simple. We can check this one, it's the same range, but yeah, beyond those two arms, then all he's got is that waist swivel. But it probably is enough for your watcher. He's not going to be doing a whole lot of wild stuff because he is just the watcher. He doesn't really fight. He may leak some information to the people he wants to once in a while. That is kind of the defining characteristic of this watcher, in particular, the one that watches the Earth. Okay, that wrist also doesn't have any paint chippage, so that's nice. Okay, and we'll put him on his stand. Hopefully he fits on here smoothly. I think mine is gonna be a little bit warped, so it may be a little bit hard to get him onto this stand. Okay, there he is in all his glory. But he does look nice on his little stand. I'll bring him a little bit forward. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you like the watcher? I know a lot of people just think like, why do I need that character? I just don't need that represented. And of course the real watcher is very big, but this guy's scaled down to fit somewhat in our well, displays basically. But anyways, I am glad I got this guy because it goes really well with my Cosmic Figures display from my Marvel Legends. But he will be sort of in the background, I think. But I just do like this guy. He's cool and he's an important character in the comics. So I like having him. It just builds the kind of cosmic atmosphere for my display. So I'm very pleased with this guy. I don't remember how much I paid for him, but it was pretty reasonable considering how old of a character, or sorry, how old of a figure he is. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me for this look at the Watcher figure by Diamond Select, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now. F I send F the snazzies that are anywhere near you. So keep on going, everybody. Okay. Bye for now. Oh, and F the Supreme Court. Really, really, really F the Supreme Court. Couldn't say it stronger. Bye for now.